Welcome grade 7 student. Today we will take revision on algebra in second term. Okay, as a first, this questions is choose number 1, multiplicative inverse of 3 over 4 all power 2. Okay, 3 over 4 all power 2 equals 9 over 16. To find the multiplicative inverse of this 9 over 16, I will flip the fraction. It will be 16 over 9. 16 over 9, which one of these answers is 16 over 9? This is 4 over 3 all power 2. Okay? Number 2, third of 3 power 20. Third of any number, we divide it by 3. So 3 power 20 divided by 3. Now 3 power 1, and we have same basis between them division, so we subtract the power, so it will be 3 power 20 minus 1 equals 3 power 19. Okay, number 3, if 2x equals 12, then 3x equals what? I will find the value of x from this equation. 2x equals 12, so x equals 12 divided by 2 equals 6. Now we want to find 3x. 3x, that means 3 times 6 equals 18. Okay? Number 4, if 0.0005 all power 2 equals 25 times 10 power n. So what's the value of n? Okay, as the first, find the answer of this number. 0.0005 power 2 equals 0.0025. Okay? So I will move the decimal point from its place to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So n equals 8 or negative 8. When we move from left to right, the power will be negative. So it's negative 8. Okay? Now, number 5, if x equals y, then 4 over 9 all power x minus y equals what? X minus y, they are equal, so this is equal 0. 4 over 9 power 0 equals 1. Any number power 0 equals 1 except 0. Okay? The additive inverse of negative 2 over 5 all power 0. This is the same idea. So this number power 0 equals also 1. Half of 2 power 20. 2 power 20 divided by 2 to find its half. Now we have same basis between the division, so we will subtract the power. 2 power 20 minus 1 equals 2 power 19. Number 8, quarter of 4 power 20. So quarter, that means divided by 4. 4 power 20 divided by 4 equals 4 power 20 minus 1, 19 also. Number 9, the multiplicative inverse of the number square root 4 over 25. As the first, let's find the result of this number. Square root 4 over 25 is 2 over 5. Now let's find the multiplicative inverse of 2 over 5. It will be 5 over 2. Okay? Okay, if x greater than y and z greater than 0, then x times z and y times z, which one is greater? at the first, x greater than y. So when we multiply x and y by the same number, the greater number is still the greater number. So xz greater than yz. But if this number z is less than 0, if z less than 0, this number is negative. So in negative numbers, the greater number with negative is smaller than the smaller number with negative. Okay? So this one will be greater than. Number 2, the probability of certain event. We know that any probability must be greater than or equal 0 and less than or equal 1. If the probability equals 0, so this called impossible event. And if the probability equals 1, it's called certain or sure event. So certain event, its probability equals 1. Number 3, if x plus 9 equals 11, then 7x equals what? X plus 9 equals 11. From this equation, we find x equals 2. Now let's find 7x. 7x, that means 7 times 2 equals 14. Okay? Number 4, the solution set of the inequality negative x greater than 0 in z. At the first, we have negative next to x. We want to get rid of this negative. So by dividing or multiplying by negative 1, so x, and 0 dividing by negative 1 is still 0. But don't remember that when we dividing or multiplying by negative number, we must change this sign. Instead of greater than, it will be smaller than. Now x smaller than 0, that means x equals negative numbers. So solution set is z negative. Okay? X plus 3 equals 3, so x equals 0. Number 6, a class contains 20 boys and 15 girls. If pupil is chosen randomly, then the probability is that the pupil is a boy. So we must find the probability of boys. At the first, how many boys in the class? It's 20 over the total number of pupils. It will be 20 plus 15 equals 35. Let's find this number in the simplest form. 20 over 35 equals, divided by 5 up and down, it will be 4 over 7. Okay? Number 7, s power 2 t over s times t power 2 over 2s all power 3. Okay, as the first, let's find the answer or solve this bracket. S power 2 t over s times t power 2 power 3. We have power raised to another power. So it will be t power 6. Okay? Now 2 power 3 equals 8 and s power 3. Now let's collect the like terms or the like variables. S power 2 divided s equals s power 1. Now s power 1 divided by s power 3 equals s power 2. Power negative 2, sorry. Okay? Now t times t power 6 equals t power 7 over 8. Now let's see this. See s power negative 2. This power is negative. So it move s from numerator to denominator equals t power 7 over 8 s power 2. And this is the answer. Okay? Number 8. If the total weight of 500 grains of salt is 6.5 grams. Okay? Then the weight of 1 grain equals what? 500. Its weight is 6.5. Now, to find the weight of 1 grain, I will divide the total weight over what? Over 500. So 6.5 divided by 500. Okay, now let's multiply up and down by 2. It will be 1000 in denominator, and 6.5 times 2 equals 13. So the answer is 13 over 1000. Okay, complete. Square root negative 5 over 6 all power 2. As the first, this power cancels this negative. And the answer, if we have square root inside it power 2, the answer will be the absolute value of negative 5 over 6. So the answer is 5 over 6. Exercise 2. In the opposite figure, measure of angle A equals what? We want to find the measure of angle A. As the first, A equals x, C equals 8x, B equals 3x. And the sum of the three angles equals 180. So I can say that 3x plus 8x plus x equals 180. Now let's solve this equation. 3x plus 8x plus x equals 12x. Equals 180. Now let's find the value of x. X equals 180 divided by 12. Let's divide both numbers divided by 2. 6, sorry. It will be 2. It will be 30. Now divided by 2 equals 1. Divided by 2 equals 15. So the answer x equals 15, and the measure of angle A equal 1x, so A equals 15. Okay? Number 3. The substitution set is -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then the solution set of the inequality x plus 5 less than or equal 7 is what? Okay. If we have substitution set, so we must substitute by each number in this set instead of x. So -1 plus 5. -1 plus 5 equals 4. Is 4 smaller than or equal 7? Yes, 4 is smaller than 7. So the first number in our solution set is -1. Okay? Now let's try 0. 0 plus 5 equals 5, and the 5 is still less than 7. So 0 is the second number. 1. 5 plus 1 equals 6, and 6 is smaller than 0. So 1. 2. 2 plus 5 equals 7, and 7 is equal to 0, and we have this smaller than or equal. So I will take 2 in our solution set. 3. 3 plus 5 equals 8, but 8 doesn't approve this inequality. So 8 not smaller than or equal 7. So I will not take 3 and not take 4. So our solution set is -1, 0, 1, and 2. Number 4. As throwing a die once, the probability of getting a number divisible by 7. Okay. As the first, in our third die has 6 numbers from 1 to 6. Okay. No number. Sample space 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We don't have any number in this number divisible by 7. So its probability, it's impossible. Its probability equals 0. Okay? Number 5. If the probability of the success of a student is 0.8, then the probability of his failure. Okay. We know that the sum of all probabilities equals 1. And if the probability of success is 0.8, so the probability of failure equals 1 minus 0.8 equals 0.2. Okay, Number 6, square root 16 plus 9. 16 plus 9 equals 25. Now, we must find square root of 25 equals 5. Okay? Number 7, on tossing a third coin, once the probability of appearance of tail. The coin has two faces, one of them tail and the second face is head. So number of tails is 1 over the total number of faces is 2. So 1 over 2. If x plus 1 greater than 0, then x greater than what? Okay, at the first, we must solve this inequality. We will move 1 by the inverse of its sign. So x greater than 0 minus 1. So x greater than negative 1. Okay, another questions. The additive inverse of negative 2 over 5 all power 2. At the first, the power is even power, even number. So any even number in power, it cancels negative. So it will be 2 over 5 all power 2. Now let's distribute the power. 2 power 2 equals 4 and 5 power 2 equals 25. B, the multiplicative inverse of square root 10 over 2.5. Okay, as a first, we must convert the denominator into whole number. 2.5, we will multiply it by 10 up and down. So it will be square root 100 over 25. Square root 100 over 25 equals 10 over 5 in the simplest form equals 2. Okay. C, negative 3 over 7 power 7 all power 7 divided by 3 over 7 all power 5. Okay, we have same bases between them division, so at the first this negative go out, and same bases between them division, we subtract the powers. So negative 3 over 7 all power 7 minus 5 equals 2. Okay, so the answer will be 3, it will be 9 over 49 and write the negative. Okay, letter D, negative 1 over 2 all power 3 minus negative 1 over 2 all power 2. We have an even power, so it will cancel the negative. So it will be negative 1 over 2 all power 3. It will be negative 1 over 8 minus 1 over 2 all power 2 equals 1 over 4. Now let's subtract them. At the first, 1 over 4 equals 2 over 8. By subtraction, negative 1 minus 2 equals negative 3 over 8. Okay? Letter E, square root negative 5 over 6 all power 2. This power 2 and this is square root. If we have square root under it power 2, we cancel both of them and write the absolute value of the number. It will be 5 over 6. Okay. In an experiment of throwing a fair die and observing the apparent number on upper face, find the probabilities that the number is odd. At the first, the sample space of fair die equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. How many odd numbers in this sample space? It's 1, 3, and 5. We have 3 numbers. So the probability of odd numbers is 3 over 6. It equals 1 over 2. Okay, now let's find the probability of number divisible by 5. We have only one number divisible by 5 and it's 5. So its probability, it will be 1 over 6. And the last question, a bag contains 4 red balls. 3 white balls and 5 blue balls. Then a ball is drawn from the bag randomly. Calculate the probability that the drawn ball is red. Okay, as the first, how many red balls? We have 4 red balls over the total number of balls. 4 plus 3 equals 7, plus 5 equals 12. 4 over 12, it's 1 over 3. Now let's find the probability of the drawn ball not blue. Not blue, maybe red, maybe white. So its probability equals 4 plus 3 over 12. 7 over 12. Let's find the probability of green ball. We don't have any green balls, so its probability is 0. Okay? That's all. Thank you for watching.